Football FANdemonium with Max is brought to you by Ibex, Mike's Fence Center, and Kronesberg Electric.
Welcome to week 13 of Football FANdemonium. The search continues to find the biggest football fan right here on the high desert. And last week we had our own version of the Platypus Cup. That's what I'm calling it right here on News Channel 21. Could the Oregon State Beavers fans complete the sweep, or would the Oregon Ducks fans spoil the show? Your winners from week 12 are Madden and Ryland Potts with 92% of the votes. Not even close for the identical twins there. Well done, fellas. You scored $49 in gift cards to local retailers, and you're now the 12th addition to our 16-person bracket, which means we are officially 3/4 of the way through our season. Really flying by here. Now, when this gets filled out by January, we'll have a playoff to find out who is the greatest fan in all the land. And the grand prize is a tailgate party package from Ibex. This week, we feature a battle of the birds between Seattle Seahawks and Oregon Ducks fans. Take a look.
Seahawks! Seahawks! Seahawks!
Meet the Bjornstads. Their names are Anders, Caitlin, and Ollie, but on Sundays, they proudly display the names of current and former Seahawks stars on their backs. And that's when you know things are getting serious.
It gets very loud in here. The dogs kind of stay away.
Caitlin was born a Pats fan, but is now a Seahawks fan courtesy of her husband. As for Anders and Ollie,
Our whole lives, technically.
and in case you don't believe them, let's take a trip down memory lane, shall we?
And this is Ollie. We took him to his first Seahawks game when he was just 2 months old. We had tried to find some of those noise-canceling headphones. We couldn't find them, so we brought all these blankets to wrap him up in, and we definitely got a lot of dirty looks. This is the little dude in his first Seahawks gear. This is sister rocking her Russell jersey. And this is Dad and Ollie, rain or shine.
In fact, Ollie dressed up as Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll for Halloween this year. And the outfit is one thing, but he's even got that Carroll sideline strut down. They tell me their family's favorite memory as Seahawks fans came last year, Week 9 versus the Buccaneers. A Sunday trip to Seattle that was actually a surprise for the kids.
I think we said we were going home, and then all of a sudden we got to Seattle, and Ollie was like, wait a minute.
Not only did the Seahawks win in overtime, but hometown hero Jacob Hollister scored the game-winning touchdown.
It was the best game we could have asked for, so thank you, Jacob.
From one bird mascot to the next, we now turn to an Oregon Ducks fan still recovering from last week's loss.
Go Beavs, Dad.
Yeah, go Ducks, man.
J.D. Weedman, who owns 3rd Street Beverage in Bend, actually grew up a Washington Huskies fan, but he credits his wife as part of the reason he's now a diehard Duck.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. She's one of the main reasons.
Betsy was a little camera shy, but all big fans have time for one of these.
Go Ducks!
JD says the first Ducks game he went to is one he'll never forget. In Autzen, 1994, against who else but the Huskies. The game that featured one of the most famous plays in Ducks history, the pick. Fast forward a few years and JD says Saturdays are still magical.
What is there not to like on game days? Early fall, leaves are changing, driving over the pass. That's pretty legit.
Hard to argue with you there, JD. In Central Oregon, you have a legit tough decision to make this week. Well, you can vote right now on KTVZ.com. You'll find a poll on the right-hand side of the page under the Sports tab. And if you want a chance to be featured next week, just send in your photo to KTVZ.com/play. Make sure you get those votes and those picks in by next Thursday. And for Week 14, I want to try to do something a little different. I want you to help me decide what matchup to pick for next Friday. So after today's show, I'll put out a list on Twitter and on Facebook of the submissions we have left, and I want you to respond with the fans that you would like to see go head-to-head. And the most popular choices will be featured next Friday. Until then, Max out.